Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel, and we're going to welcome you to a special new game to play. It's actually a demo that we get to try out for free from Steam, and that game is Gate Zero. So the basic premise behind this game was to recreate the historical Jerusalem from the time of Jesus Christ, and to be able to transport the player back into that time period, to be able to show you the historical city built in immaculate detail is basically the main idea, is that what the developer was trying to go for. So, don't know when the game's actually supposed to release, so this is going to be interesting, but we do have the demo to try out, so we're going to be trying that out here in just a bit. What's going to be interesting to see is what they do with the demo, because basically well, how they're transporting you back is a time machine from a dystopian age where that whole storyline's a little bit misty to me. I can't quite figure out what's going on with that one. But basically, you're building some guys are building a time machine to try and go back in the time to be able to do something for their present time. But by going back in time, they're going to see the historical Jerusalem rebuilt, and also potentially be able to meet the real Jesus Christ. So in some ways that's interesting, in some ways that's also kind of weird time travel into biblical times. Not probably a lot of people kind of have some issues with that, I'm sure. For me, it's rather interesting. It's definitely intriguing. But we're going to find out what this game is about by playing the demo, and we will see what there is to see. So grab onto your historical time caps and let's see what on earth we're going to find in Gate Zero. And also, if you guys go and look at it for Steam, make sure to go into settings first, and make sure you put a cap on your frame rates, or else you could potentially blow up your PC. So always make sure you do that whenever playing any of these games off of Steam, because that's just an important thing to do. So anyways, let's get into Gate Zero and see what on earth this is actually about. It's been 2 months since your beloved grandmother passed away. She was a remarkable woman, and also I couldn't read that fast, so we're gonna have to figure out what's going on there. But anyways, solving them will unlock the secrets of her mysterious pearl. Whatever that is. Alright, Taylopolis. We got 2072 AD is what the date is. We also got somebody singing there in the background. With grief for thee, my heart is nearly breaking. Okay. Hector, one of our characters. The Who Force? Definitely urban dystopia is what we're kind of looking at there. What's that, a fire? There we go, our first look ever so slightly at Jerusalem there, plus also let me switch it back to the urban city. Interesting. This is obviously not the finished product, this is a work in progress. And there we go, Jerusalem. That's a lot of texture work they had to do there, just for that one shot.
Hi, welcome to my HQ. This is where I hang around. So look around if you'd like and get to know the place before we start.
Okay. First question. Okay, there's a door. Good, because I was about to say, how exactly did I get in here? Control, very, very, very sensitive looking around controls. I mean, that is extremely quick on the So you're trying to see if we can run. Okay, walking, running. Okay, so to run is going to be your left trigger. So that's interact.
Last year I was disconnected from the state power supply and left to my own devices. After 2 months of...
Okay, the audio just cut out, but anyways, he was saying that apparently they ran out of stuff there. Power got cut off, and so he had to redo his own power thing to be able to run this facility, is what he's saying. Interesting. Okay, so we can go upstairs. The head turning is extremely sensitive. I'm gonna look, options, yeah, controls, let's see. Look sensitivity, here we go. We can bring this down just a little bit because that is extremely sensitive. We'll try 80 here real quick. Let's just see. Still pretty sensitive. Let's try one more. Just trying to, so you're not getting whiplash watching this. But that was okay. There we go. Okay, it's still pretty quick, but it's definitely a little bit better because that was definitely fast. All right, so up from the basement, and ancient mechanical generator, it appears here. Good. Now look at this. You can see the old rusty textures on it. That's pretty good. Kind of dark lighting in here, but definitely looks good. By the way, I'm not really sure where we're going. I'm not sure what we're supposed to be doing at the headquarters. We got boxes, paint, and whatnot. Ooh. Old fridge, maybe? Kind of looks like a medical fridge. We got George's garage. Also got TV that's not working too good apparently. Interesting. Got a lot of tubs. Got a little kitchen in here.
I like cooking, but it gets a bit boring just cooking for myself. Maybe someday we can cook something together.
Okay, one thing I'm not totally sure is who's speaking. Am I speaking? And if I'm the character speaking, who am I speaking to? Ooh, we do have pizza. Okay, so at least we know in 2072 that in the dystopian world that we're in. By the way, this is the shower and washing room all in one. That interesting idea. We do know that there is pizza, so that's something good to know. Yeah, I'm not totally sure. Oh wow, something's really buzzing. I think that's TV. Oh yeah, neon sign, that's buzzing. Yeah, we got some clothes in here. We got Factory 5. Probably a reference. And we got the city outside. Good night. Look at can't see a whole lot there. But that is the city. I'm pretty sure it's just flat. But still, I mean, with the lighting and stuff, it looks pretty good if you're just gonna glance at it. That's decent. Alright, we got books and stuff. Hey, we got a dude. We got a dude! What's up, dude? What's going on? Oh,
hey,
alright, so Hector's been talking to us.
I've been waiting for you. I'm just finishing up some final adjustments on the time machine here. I want you to travel back to a very significant event. This is going to be really crucial for us.
We're ready. Where are we going this time?
We're going to Passover in the year 33.
So is that 33... excuse me. I just need some clarification. Is that 33 AD or 33 BC? Because there is a difference. There's a difference between those two. So I'm just looking for some clarification, okay? I'm gonna guess it's either I'm not sure. There's a major difference between those two dates. So let's see. Hold on.
I thought you were ready,
So now
Max.
you're gonna get bossy with me. Okay. So I guess we need to get in the time machine here and do some time traveling. So he's got a bionic robot arm thing going on. Okay, interesting. And he's not actually tapping anything, so that's interesting. So, alrighty, time travel time.
Get
Let's see
set.
what this is like.
Here
Okay,
we go.
Spin around, not a whole lot to see. It's getting brighter, and lights out. By the way, I have no idea what this White Bible version they're using. That I'm not familiar with any of the verses that they're putting up there. Looks a little bit on the weird side. Okay, here we go. So, interesting cutscene. Got sunlight and... Wow, that just kicked us out of the machine.
Welcome back to Jerusalem, to a very important time, Passover. This is the greatest celebration of the year for the Jews. And hundreds of thousands have traveled to Jerusalem in memory of their deliverance from Egypt, and to offer sacrifices in the temple.
Wow. It's a totally electric atmosphere. I can actually hear the roar of the city, all the way up here.
Yeah, you totally can. Does it sound like it's coming from the Golden Gate? See if you can figure out what's going on.
Okay, so apparently we have comms back to our current time. That is interesting. Alright, so our main objective is to get closer to the Golden Gate. Okay, do we have... I'm just going to press some buttons here because I want to find out... What's that? Throw stones. I mean, we do have the option to throw stones, apparently. That's interesting. View map is... Not that. There we go. Map. Alright, so here's our map that we have currently. Looks like a very limited map to some degree. So we're right here. Nothing is really loaded in beyond that, so that's interesting. And then we have right here the Temple Mount with... the walkway going into it. That's pretty incredible. Look at that Temple Mount complex. That's pretty realistic looking. That's pretty cool. And then obviously the city. That is. So obviously I'm not sure how much of this we actually get to see. I think this is one of the palaces over here. And obviously you'd have the Fortress Antonio somewhere around here as well, which would be the Roman garrison. That's the valley. I'm not familiar with that word for that valley, but okay, that's what it's saying. So some big buildings right there. Little buildings back there, which not sure who that would pertain to, but yeah, main temple complex right here. We're gonna go off to the side, just looking at what we got going on here. We got obviously the side vineyards and all of that going on. But very well detailed, laid out map. That is very, very good. And if this is depicting what's actually on the game map, that's pretty insane. We got riddles. So unlock the riddle later in the story. Inventory. We got a pruta. Don't quote me on pronouncing that. A copper Jewish coin. Okay. So 1/6 of a denarius. And that's correct how you pronounce that, denarius. And character, we do have... We can change how we look. Okay, so we're doing the very nice green, and we can also go with green right there. We can save our changes, and we have accessories that we can add on, patterns, shoes, and hair. So we do have character customization. That's neat. Okay, so, alright, I'm glad I hit that button to check out what we're doing. Okay, I'm just trying to see here. Okay, so apparently we are stuck following our character. Alright, so there's running and stuff. Let's see here. Let's just follow all these people here and see what's going on. But yeah, look at the detail. I mean, I'm only running 60 frames per second there. And that does look pretty good here. And also from some of the original stuff as well, the hair on this guy looks much better. I don't think we can. Can we zoom in on the guy? No, we can't really zoom in. But the hair does look vastly improved compared to some earlier renditions of this. So let's check out these people walking here. Let's just see. So we got donkey. Donkey! Which somebody would be leading that donkey to. That donkey's not walking by itself. Alright, people. Feet aren't quite touching the ground, but you know what? It works. Ooh, that was some really bad levitation. Alright, we got more donkeys. So everybody, ooh, pick wheat. Okay, so we can obviously fill inventory with stuff. That's pretty cool. Grain field, new word collected. Okay, so now we got like a riddle or something. That's interesting. Let's see here. Got some flames over here. Ooh, we got another donkey. Now this donkey's actually hooked up and ready to do stuff. That's pretty cool. There we got guy just enjoying the view. Yeah, so just think of that. Your whole pilgrimage, whether it's from the north of Israel or from foreign lands, and you finally get to come over the hill, and there it is, the city that you've been coming to. That is an insane look, that's for sure. Alright, so we did go through and lower some settings just because we were getting a little bit warm there. What is this pick? Alright, so we got olives, more olives. So there's a lot of different stuff that we can potentially just go and pick up. We got peace obtained from olive item description. Oh, new word, okay. I'm not sure what that has to do with the game, but that's interesting. So just taking a look here, and obviously got olive trees that we can enjoy. We walk around here. I think we lost the group of people we were following. Ah, here's some of them. Oh, good night. They're just disappearing. Ah. Okay. By all means. Then this is the Golden Gate. So. Ah, interesting. Horses. E10.
Can I interest you in a horse? 80 denarii.
Interesting, okay. We got Noah, we can buy. So we do have vendors and stuff that we can buy from, which would be correct. Ooh, spices. This guy's got spices out here. I tend to think that the spices would not be stacked up like this because one big gust of wind and this guy is going to have one serious case of hay fever and a few other problems as well. But I digress upon that. So obviously, not a finished product, just commenting on stuff that I'm noticing. Then we got some steps right here. Here we got Herod's great transformation of Jerusalem. So a little proclamation here. The city of Jerusalem was beautiful in the 33 years of his reign, 37 to 4 BC. Okay, so we must be going 33 AD. That's must be where we're going, because there is a difference. So I'm going to guess that that's what we're looking at now. Herod the Great transformed the city of Jerusalem as no other ruler since Solomon had, with the palaces, citadels, a theater, and an amphitheater, viaducts, bridges, and public monuments. These ambitious building projects were part. See if we can scroll down here. Were part of the king's single-minded campaign to increase his capital's importance in the eyes of the Roman Empire. For a traveler coming to Jerusalem, the long, difficult ascent from Jericho to the Holy City ended as they rounded the Mount of Olives, which we just did, and suddenly caught sight of a view like few others in the world across the Kidron Valley. As set among the surrounding hills was Jerusalem, the perfection of beauty, in the words of Lamentations, and the joy of the whole earth. Yep. So nice little history thing that you can get there. But yeah, like a little proclamation that you can get. But yeah, look at that. So Mount of Olives right there. And then just spin around, coming over that hill. And this is what you get to see. That's pretty incredible. That is pretty incredible. Also, look at the animations on the flowers and stuff. That's pretty decent. Alright, so let's walk across the bridge here. Definitely insane. But, so also looking at it historically for the siege of Jerusalem as well. So just think of trying as a Roman legion. You're trying to siege this Temple Mount. One of the most insane attempts of a invasion back of technology imaginable. It boggles the mind, because I mean, you see how deep this is, and then you're trying to scale that, trying to beat down that. That is just, ooh, that is something else. From the perspective of a Roman, that right there that is almost impregnable, just looking at it.
Hey Max, remember why you're here. We need to figure out what Grandma meant with her riddle.
Alright.
I think you have it with you. Keep your eyes peeled for clues that you might find along the way.
So we're getting different pop-ups and stuff. So read riddle. So what is Grandma's riddle? Try to solve Grandma Charlotte's riddle. Oh, we actually know her name now. Okay, that's interesting. Charlotte's riddle. Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath. Through grain fields disciples took their fill. The Pharisees cried against the Sabbath's will. Jesus replied with words profound. Interesting. Something resounds. Something resounds. Right. Okay. Interesting. I'm pretty sure that is Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath is the words that we're talking about. And as we can see right here, we got palm fronds in the road. And we got some carpet. What we don't have is people's clothes being strewn around along the way, which is interesting. We get these guys, and I think some of their stuff got taken, and they're not too happy about it. Let's continue to walk up here. Big giant gate. Oh boy, this would hurt your calf muscles to walk up this. Ooh, no steps. It is just owie, 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 owie. Imagine your calf muscles having to walk up this. Ouch. That would be pretty sore, for sure. And then we can look this way. We got a nice walk around the city as well. And then up here, it looks like we got some cots or something. Alright, and it looks like this is our destination right here.
Hey Max, look out for the guards. Make sure to hide behind obstacles to avoid their line of sight. You can throw rocks at something that makes noise to distract them.
Okay, well I'm going to, so let's see, crucial, G to crouch. Alrighty, well. B to crouch with the controller. Interesting. And I saw how to throw rocks. There's our rocks. Okay, so we've collected our rocks, very good. Now one thing we're going to look at here is, so these are not Roman guards, so this is actually nice. These are temple guards, so that is very good, because the Roman guards, they did not enter the temple grounds. That was a big sticking point for the Jewish leaders, is that the Gentiles and the Romans, or anyone that wasn't a Jew, was not allowed to enter into the temple mount or temple complex. Very, very important. And so they were pretty tough about that, because they did not want anybody desecrating basically the temple. So very, very important stuff there. Alright, now I saw a button here. Nope. Get back crouching. Okay, okay, so we got an aiming mechanism. Okay, how do we throw though? A or nope, that's not what we're doing. We're supposed to be down.
Who's there?
So we got those guys distracted, and we're gonna sneak on in. But those were temple gods, not Roman gods, as I saw originally in one of the things. Very, very important that got fixed. Okay, so one thing we'll notice is that they don't return to their post. Oh,
There's someone here. Don't let him get away. He can't get away from us.
Welcome to the Temple Mount of Jerusalem in the year 33.
we got caught.
Feel free to...
Alright, so we only have so long in which they're not going to be on their post. That's interesting to know. Okay, so now we're in the Temple Mount. And so, honestly, I'm not sure why that's as much of an issue as potentially we would have had, you know, clothing and stuff to be able to appear as if we were someone here to sacrifice or something like that. So I'm not sure why that was as much of an issue. But obviously, trying to hide from temple gods, Roman gods later on in the storyline could be a thing. So Oh, here we go. Thought we could run, so we can run around here. But just look at the beautiful buildings here as we're walking is pretty insane. Just how they were built. Absolutely beautiful architecture. And so here we go. I know what's going to go on here. So we got the vendors on the Temple Mount selling their animals and wares for sacrifice. Whole story about that, which I'm not sure if we're going to see that, but there's a whole story about that one. And then here we are behind the main part of the temple complex. We're already in, so it seems like, yeah, it seems like the rest of these guys are just going to ignore us now that we're in, so that's good to know. We do have cattle over there. I think I see some sheep. So that's pretty interesting. Can we interact? Nope, can't interact with the pigeons that are here. A lot of Roman guards. Oh, not temple guards. Can we sneak in? You mind? Okay. And we got the priests, and also we got the Pharisees over here in their full dress. And they're not going to notice us, so apparently we're good to roam around freely. It's apparently they're not really seeing us. But here we go, inside the Herod's temple complex. And beautiful gates right here. Visit the priests in the holy place. And we got incense here, and then we got, ooh, look at the steps. That's nice. So this is just the outer part of the temple right here, and then we're walking in. And so for the most part, going in here is a big no-no for anybody. Not anybody can just walk in here. Apparently we are free to walk in here. I'm not sure why. Also, who this... Let's see. So, yeah. Hello. You're just talking to someone, apparently?
Max, you can't enter here without the priest robes.
Oh, okay. So how do I get priest robes? Oh, hell.
Hey Max, I have an idea.
Okay, what's up?
What if we turn you into a priest, so that you can get an even closer look at what goes on here? Are you up for it?
I'm up for anything. But, how do we do that exactly?
My question exactly.
Okay, last time I came here, I brought some highly specialized priest robes.
Ooh.
They've got technology in them that connects to your DNA, so that you actually become a part of the priesthood.
Okay, are you serious? Where do you even get stuff like this?
I made a time machine, Max. This was a piece of cake compared to that. Besides, this is a necessity. Remember, only those of the tribe of Levi can do the work of the temple. So you have to
Okay.
become one of the tribe.
Cool, well, I guess I'm gonna try something new today.
There is just one problem.
Yep.
Every time you say something like that, I've got to go on some kind of quest. What's up now?
Well, I don't know if you could call this a quest exactly, but I can't remember where I stored the
Of
robes.
course.
I know that I wrote it down here somewhere. I have to look around a bit. Help me out and see if you can find something that gives us a clue.
Of course.
Sure.
Alright, now that's very weird. So, technology infused robes that change your DNA. Yep. I have many thoughts on that one. many thoughts on that one. It's like that's not how that works. Okay, so let's see. Can we get to? That's not what I wanted. Map. All right, we got a ton of scrolls and stuff here. Oh, so now we are kind of locked into... Oh, that's interesting. So we're locked into the Temple Mount complex. That's interesting. So now we're trying to find the Roman Quarter, which should be outside of this area right here. It should definitely be outside, nowhere near. I find the Romans quarters, and I do not recall... Oh, there it is. How about we go to the marker? I was about to say, I don't remember on my geography of ancient Jerusalem where the Roman quarters is, but apparently we're going to follow the marker to it. So we do have a pretty good ambient sound, all things considered. That isn't necessarily enough people to be making this much ambient noise, but also potentially we got everybody that's down below the down in the city making noise, which is what we're hearing. So that's potentially what's going on there. So here we go. Yeah, so we got a little ticker right there. Be interested to see if we can switch our measuring units out of metric to imperial once the game fully releases. Definitely a feature I enjoy. Okay, so backside of the temple, which is just, look at that poking up from behind the walls. That is pretty crazy looking. Ooh, getting some weird frames right through there. Okay, so here we go over here. Yeah, so heading towards the Roman Quarter. So Roman Quarter is outside. I think we got to go through this entrance right here. Why we need to get by the hello? Close to edge here, please head back. Okay, so we can't go out there. Okay, so how are we supposed to get to the Roman Quarter? That's the question. Guess we'll keep on heading along this little way here, but we're supposed to be heading to the Roman Quarter to do something here in the demo. And unless, of course, that is the end of the demo, which is possible. But I got a waypoint, so I'm believing that I'm supposed to go to the waypoint, but maybe not. Maybe I'm not supposed to go to the waypoint. Alrighty, so down here we got the Roman Quarter going on, so everybody gets to stay over here and not into the temple grounds. Very, very big issue. But they're not allowed to do that. Then we got the outside of the temple complex. I mean, just, that is, look at that. So imagine trying to scale that is pretty insane. Okay, so we got, that doesn't want us to go that way, so we need to go this way. So we do have bounds that we're not allowed in. Texture-wise, I mean, got some gravel sound. That was some pretty, ooh, that is some janky walking upstairs there. And then we got the Roman Quarter with...
There must be a way around these guards.
Yeah, we got stones. Alright, so this is a Roman right here. So very nice. There is differences there between the Jewish gods and the Romans. I do like that. They did a good job of that. Alright, that is where we're heading. So we need to get in crouch mode here. Alright, so we need to get up to that spot right about there. So they're clueless as to our existence, which is good. I'm not seeing anything breakable we can use to get to where we need to go. Oh, I see some big plots. Press G to crouch. Yep, we are crouching here. Alright, Chris, we can equip that. So let's see, inventory, here we go. And now we have a robe. And we're gonna fall. Apparently we might have some lower health. Let's see, I want to see if we can eat anything. Drop olives, money, drop wheat, so we can drop stuff. We can't really seem to use anything. Alright, so now we need to get back into the temple complex here. Roman guy asking some Romans some things. We're just running on through. Excuse me. Howdy guys. Howdy, 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 howdy. We might be able to sneak in through here. Yes, we can. This is kind of weird, honestly. The whole genetic thing, that's pretty weird on that one. And Roman Temple Mount's over here. Good for the storyline, but just a little bit odd, in my opinion. But we'll see what we got going on here. So now we're back to Temple Gods. Once again, not the same as Roman Gods. Two totally different things. Very, very important for historical accuracy. Howdy, sir. Alright, back in the temple. And just don't mind me, just normal dude doing priestly things. Yeah. I just don't happen to have anything on my head that makes me look like a priest. So anyways, now we can go in to here, and we got some more different scripts and stuff to be able to read. So we got the 7-branch lampstand there. We also got the altar, and we also have the food, Hebron.
The showbread is baked regularly.
Correct.
So it's always fresh. This is to show our willingness to sacrifice to God. And when we replace it, we may eat the old ones.
Correct.
And you know what? It's just as fresh, even on the last day.
But Abba, why are there only 11 breads here?
What? One of the priests must have missed it.
No.
Max, would you be able to go and get another showbread? So there are 12 here, as there should be.
Okay, so we need to gather the showbread, because that's a pretty big problem there for just the ceremonial purposes. Big issue. Alright, here we go. Alrighty. You don't have no bread. Hey, you. I'm missing bread. Alright, thank you, sir. Alright, we gotta get this bread back over here. Find the ingredients laying around. Wait a minute, what? Oh, do I have to cook the bread? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. Let me see here. Alright, showbread. We need flour and salt. Ah! So sorry. I misread that. I thought the guy actually had something for us there, but no. Okie dokie. So we gotta find stuff to make the bread with, because, well, that's what we gotta do. Okay, so we gotta find salt and, what was the other thing? Let's see here. I didn't see. Definitely gotta find some salt and flour. Alrighty guys, so we finally got showbread, so did a little bit of playing around with that, and so what it was is that there was a glitch where if you gather too many of the items then it won't work. So you have to gather the exact items and then come back to this guy
Thank
right
you
here.
very much. This is good. We always need to be willing to
continue our
sacrifice,
playthrough here.
as God has bidden us.
Right, so now we got the extra thing there. So let's see. Solve Grandma's riddle. Examine the lampstand. Okay.
The Spirit of the Lord must always be burning from this lampstand, so that we who follow the laws of God can be a light to all peoples in the way we live and react in life. Not by might, nor by power, but my spirit, thus says the Lord of hosts.
What Hebron is saying about the lampstand is interesting, but there's something I really want you to pay attention to here, Max. Look at the light from the lampstand and see how it shines onto the veil.
See this, boys. This separates us from the most holy place, the veil. Only Caiaphas, the high priest, can enter past the veil, you know. He must bring blood with him as an atonement for our sins. He then enters and stands before the face of God, before the seat of mercy. It is there that he receives the counsel and the direction to help the entire country.
Besides the high priest, no one could go past the veil. In a way, it was a physical division between God and people. Did you know that this is the veil that was physically torn in two when Jesus died? He brought his own blood there to atone for our sins. That's when the way was opened so that we could all have access to the Father through his Son.
That's correct.
We can ourselves go to God now for grace and mercy in time of need.
Interesting cutscene. Interesting. We examine the lampstand, then we need to solve Grandma's riddle. How do we solve a riddle? I'm not sure how we do that. See. Use WASD keys to navigate. Ah, interesting. So we got Nope. Find the item from each symbol. Alright, he entered the house of God. He and his companions ate consecrated bread, which was not lawful for them to do, but only for the priests who haven't read you in the law that the priests on the Sabbath duty in the temple I'm not totally sure what we're doing here. Solve the puzzle to match the right items to the symbols. Oh, the symbols. Okay, now I know what we're talking about here. So, alright, so we haven't gathered the things, I don't believe. So let's see, we need olives for this, okay, and then we need wheat, I believe, for this right here. Okay, interesting. Alrighty. So we got some items we need to go and collect outside of the temple. Is how we're going to solve the riddle. That's interesting. So, weird, not totally sure how that's helping us, but we got olives, I know, outside of the temple complex. And we also have, what I believe, wheat and stuff outside as well, which is stuff that we need to collect. We should be able to gather our items outside the temple complex here on the Mount of Olives, because I believe I saw the wheat that we're looking for and also the olives, so we should be able to gather those things and be able to fill in whatever it is that we're looking for here. Oh, so that's what the whole thing with the words is, that's why we're unlocking words. That's interesting. That is an interesting thing. Okay, so now I'm slowly figuring out the game mechanics here of how you were solving the riddles and stuff. Also, we got the NPCs walking down the hill again. So they're back. We haven't gathered enough words to be able to do anything. So that's interesting. So we got to look at finding some more words somehow. So that's interesting. So there's a whole lot here that I did not know about that will help us unlock the words. Wrong button. Will help us unlock the words in the riddles. That's very interesting. So we got the whole key right here of what we're looking for, and these are all the items that we collect to be able to unlock these, and then we got missing words that we don't know yet. So that's interesting. Anyways, so I think that's going to be about it for us today, guys, because that's going to take a while to figure out what all we need to do here, and obviously we don't have the correct words that we need to finish this little side quest here. So anyways, that's very interesting. So there's a whole lot right there with the riddles that I didn't even know about, and then we got, obviously, scripts that we can collect. We've got all of this stuff in our inventory that we can drop or whatnot, and then character customization, that's a thing, and then of course the giant map that we have here that is just really, really in-depth. I like that. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for us today, but that's interesting. One thing that we can look at, actually, now that I think about it, is we can actually see what this is. We got Matthew 12, 1 through 3. And that's going through Matthew 8, it looks like. So let's see here. So what does that actually say? We can fill this in because we got our own cheat copy of what the game should be. And we can look at what this actually says here. So 12, 1 through 3 is, at that time Jesus went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were an hungered and began to pluck the ears of corn and to eat. But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day. But he said unto them, Have ye not read what David did? And David obviously is King David, the guy that fought Goliath in the Bible. And that says, When he was an hungered, and they that were with him, how he entered into the house of God, and did eat the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests. So referring back to a time where David was on the run from the king, King Saul at the time. And, or have you not read the law, how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath, and are blameless? But I say unto you, that in this place is one greater than the temple. But if ye had known what this meaneth, I will have mercy and not sacrifice, you would not have condemned the guiltless. For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath day. So there we go. For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath day. So obviously I'm not sure what version of the Bible they're using here. I'm using the authorized version. But very interesting. But basically, with that right there, the man is the Lord of the Sabbath, we could finish off this thing. Reply with words profound. And Son of Man is the Lord of the Sabbath. But anyways, so that's what we're trying to fill in here, is the words. So that's interesting. So I'm not sure how that works with different riddles, because obviously there's a whole lot of riddles I think we saw earlier on, is that you kind of fill up with inventory of like scrolls and riddles and stuff that kind of fill up, and you have different stuff you have to unlock and figure out. So that's very interesting. So really trying to get you to kind of get a little bit more ingrained in the Bible and what was said, which is interesting. So like that, interesting. So there's definitely some weird stuff in the game, some stuff that I'm like, that's a little weird, but also it is a video game, so it is one of those things where you have to give it a little bit of leeway because of what it is. But we got like the wheat, so technically we're talking about cornfields there in the verse, but it's going with grain is what it's trying to do. But yeah, I mean, let's run back up here and just look at the city here. I mean, that is just absolutely insane. So, anyways, guys, that's going to be it for us here on the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel and Gate Zero, and that is pretty insane. So, hopefully, you guys have a good week, and we will see you guys here next time. Bye bye.